Hi, I'm Umbreon Libris, and this is the 12th day of my Pokémon Violet Adventure Journal. To start the day, I went back to the mountain tunnel, and within just a few minutes I was able to find another Frigibax, and this time I was able to catch it. It has a really cool type combo, its attack stat was very nice, if you catch my drift, and so I'm interested to see it evolve. I spent most of my day in and around Medali. Medali is another mostly empty town, but at least it has the gym and the restaurant to give it a little bit of interest. I guess I just like it when towns have stores that offer something unique, something different. All the food stores don't offer that, so like apparel is usually what I'm looking for, although I guess in this game that's a little bit trickier since you can't change out of your uniform. When I went into the Treasure Eatery though, I got really confused about why I couldn't go onto the main dining platform to talk to all of those other people. Eventually I kind of figured out why, but it still doesn't really make sense. Since there wasn't much to do in town anyway, I more or less went straight to the gym. Here I met Rika, who has some great queer energy, love it. But while we're here, something that's been kind of bothering me is, what is the point of the gym building? Like, the lobby has, I guess, enough of a point, but you come in here to talk to the guy behind the counter to register for the gym test, which takes place somewhere else, and then you come back to check in that you completed the gym test and to say that you're ready for the gym battle, which also happens somewhere else. So what is this whole building for? There's an elevator here, but where does it go? If none of the gym tests or battles happen within the gym building, what is the gym building for? Anyway, this is my favorite gym test so far. I really like it when the gym tests require battles and include an actual mental puzzle. Pushing an olive into a goal or finding stray sunflora isn't really a puzzle. This one really was. You had to collect clues and figure out yourself how to put them together. I hope to see more gym tests like this. When we were ready for the gym battle, I think all of the people dining here got crushed. Okay, not actually crushed. You can see in the background that all the tables and chairs got moved out of the way, but where did all the people go? Larry is an interesting gym leader. He is the extraordinary everyman, which is absolutely an oxymoron, but he's clearly a product of capitalism. If you identify with him, you might want to look for a new job. But his Pokemon hit very hard. And after my Primeape missed a cross chop on his Dudunsparce and got paralyzed, the battle was over for me. My team was not quite up to his level, and I lost my first attempt. But I came back pretty much right away with only minor team changes, and this time Primeape's cross chop did hit, but it didn't quite KO, and Primeape still got paralyzed, and ultimately I just squeaked by that battle, relying on poison damage from my Clodsire. I totally knew that poisoning it would power up its facade, but the passive damage was really important. I don't think I could have won without it. And after the battle, Larry gets back to work? But isn't he hired as the gym leader? Wasn't he just doing work? Does he have other office work on top of this? No wonder this guy is feeling crushed. I spent most of the rest of the day exploring the areas around Medali, but it wasn't particularly eventful. The things of note that happened is that my Dolliv evolved into Arboliva. It's not a bad evolution at all, but I do like Dolliv a little bit better. I think I just really don't like olives, and that kind of gets in the way of my enjoyment of this Pokemon. And my Floragato evolves into Meowscarada. I think it's a fine final starter evolution. Much like Dolliv, I do like Floragato better, but Meowscarada has a cool signature move, and I look forward to continuing to use it. It just doesn't quite excite me the way a really good starter does. Anyway, so Meowscarada, I don't really like that name. It's a bit complex, so I'm just going to call it by its nickname, Punk. Punk, by the way, comes from another name for cattails, the plant. Apparently in some places they're called punks. After that, it was mostly just going around and battling and collecting items and doing raids and pulling stakes out of the ground and finding more Gimmighoul. And by the way, I love this cave system. A lot of caves in Pokemon are basically just complex systems of tunnels. So it's really nice having this one that's just kind of a large open hole in the mountain that still offers some topographical interest with a bunch of different levels and pillars and that kind of thing. I really liked seeing the stars and the moon from in here. A couple days ago, I had a friend mention in passing that there is a book in the entrance hall of the academy with some hints of how to evolve Charcadet. And that wasn't entirely a spoiler because I had read that book before, but it had been so long ago I didn't remember what the contents were. I kind of remembered the gist, but I was missing some details. So I decided to make a quick hop back to the academy to read Charcadet's adventure and see what the hint might be. So judging by this, it must be an item, probably something kind of like a fossil in which you pick one or the other and you can only get one of the two. So your choice would be between two different kinds of armor, and that's what evolves Charcadet. I haven't found it yet, but I did remember Mela from Team Star mentioning that she got some Charcadet to evolve to power the Starmobile. So I wonder if I might be able to find her somewhere, maybe back in the Starbase, and get a little bit more direction from her. I'll probably try to follow that lead tomorrow. And I'm also planning on challenging the water gym next. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next chapter.